This is a short video on expanding into brackets, sometimes called the distributive law. You should already know, if you're watching this video, that when you put one piece of algebra right beside another, it means times. In this case, the 2 sitting just here beside the bracket means it's multiplied by everything that's inside the bracket. It's right up against that bracket, so it means times. In this case, we are talking about 2 times by 4g, and also 2 times by 3. We have to pay attention to the sign of each of these things, and remember our rules of directed number, because each of these things is a directed number, as are all numbers. So when I take a positive 2 and multiply it by a positive 4g, I get a positive 8g. When I take a positive 2 and multiply it by a positive 3, I get a positive 6. I didn't write the positive out the front of the 8 because we don't usually write the positive in front of the very first term. We would write it if there was a negative there. If this is the first time you've tried this, you might want to take just an extra step and actually write out the parts individually. 2 times by 4g plus 2 times by 3, and then answer them. But if you understand this, it's okay to skip that as a step and just do it like I did the first time. So for the next one, negative 3 multiplied by a positive 6 is equal to a negative 18. A negative 3 multiplied by a positive 5m is equal to a negative 15m. And that's where that one finishes. Once again, you could have done it piece by piece and gone minus 3, negative 3 multiplied by 6, positive 5m multiplied by negative 3, and taken those pieces individually, like so. If we move on to the last one here, we have a negative 3x multiplied by a positive 2x, so that becomes negative 6x squared. Remember, x times x is x squared. And then a negative 3 multiplied by a negative 7. Negative times negative is positive, so I end up with a positive 21x. And that's how we do the distributive law, otherwise known as expanding brackets.